If you purchase our dual-color driver floorboard lights for your 2020 or newer RT or RT Limited, and you always felt like the passenger floorboards were missing out on the action, then you'll be happy to know that we now offer matching dual-color trick LED lighting strips for the passenger floorboards as well. This add-on lighting kit includes all necessary Y harnesses and extension wires, allowing you to easily connect to the harness that powers the front floorboard light for easy plug-and-play expansion. These lighting strips are encased in a smoke tube design to match the driver floorboard light and feature the same bright white running lights and amber turn signals for a uniform look. Once installed, you'll not only notice that they look stunning, but the eye-catching illumination significantly enhances side view visibility for other motorists, increasing your likeliness of being seen while out on the open road. Today, we're going to walk you through the installation on our Shop 2020 RT. Now let's get started.
Before you begin, make sure that your ignition is off and that your parking brake is engaged. Your passenger floorboards are adjustable. Make sure that your floorboard height is set to the riding position that is most comfortable for your passenger. Next, flip up the floorboard and use a paint pen to mark a small dot approximately a ½ inch below the bottom of the floorboard bracket nearest the inside edge of the plastic body panel. Use a 13mm socket and ratchet to remove the bolt holding in your passenger floorboard. Remove the factory bolt and washer and put them aside for now, as they will be reused. With the floorboard facing down, use a 4mm Allen wrench to remove these two screws so that you can remove the rubber foot pad. Again, put the factory hardware aside, as it will be reused. Next, flip the floorboard over so that the top of the board is facing up, and test fit one of the LED strips so that you can get a visual of how the strip should be adhered. Please note that the end of the LED strip with the power connector faces towards the rear of the bike. Once you have the position noted, use one of the included alcohol prep pads to clean the surface area around the outside edge of the floorboard and let that dry. Then use one of the included adhesion promoter pads and apply that to the same surface area, allowing that to dry. Next, adhere the strip into place, pulling back small sections of the adhesive backing film as you go. Press firmly as you adhere, making sure not to pull or stretch on the lighting strip. Using a 2.5mm Allen wrench, screw in one of the small bolts included with the kit into the hole located in the back corner of the floorboard nearest the side with the power connector. Then flip the board over so that you can insert the power harness through the cable tie. Then slide it over the bolt and secure it into place with the included lock nut, finger tight for now. Then use a 2.5mm Allen wrench and a 7mm socket with ratchet to tighten it down the rest of the way. Now reinstall the rubber foot pad and secure it into place. Reusing the factory screws and a 4mm Allen wrench, making sure not to over-tighten. Now pull out on the bottom of the plastic body panel until you feel the metal retention clip release. This will give you enough room so that you can notch the plastic with a round file on the dot we marked earlier. You should use a file that is the same diameter as the wiring harness. Test fit by inserting the wiring to make sure that your notch is large enough. The wire should be snug but not pinched. If your notch looks good, leave a few inches of slack on the power harness and press the body panel in until you feel the metal retention clip lock back into place. Then add a dab of dielectric grease to the end of the connector. You can now connect the power harness to the plug on the floorboard lighting strip. Reinstall the factory bolt with washer through the floorboard and add a dab of removable thread lock to the threads on the end of the bolt. Reinstall the floorboard using a 13mm socket and tighten back down to the manufacturer's recommended torque spec. Then push your floorboard down into place. Run the extension harness coming from your floorboard light along the frame and zip tie it into place. Now we'll disconnect the power harness going to your driver floorboard lighting strip so that we can intercept the signal with one of the included Y harnesses. Add a dab of dielectric grease to all 3 connection points on the Y harness. Plug the single end of the Y harness into the power connector that was running to your driver floorboard light. Then plug one of the 2 remaining connectors to your driver floorboard light and the other connector to your passenger floorboard light. Be sure to zip tie your wiring up and out of the way of any and all moving parts. Next, use your key to turn on your ignition and be sure that both the white running lights and amber turn signals are functioning properly. If everything looks good, repeat on other side.
Now, if lighting up your passenger floorboard is on your mod list, head over to slingmods.com today to grab a set for your bike. Like and subscribe to get more content just like this. I'm Jen, and we'll see you out on the road.